Right then, Rasmus Højlund could be making his Manchester United debut this weekend against Arsenal, and boy do we need it. Here's 5 things to expect from Højlund's debut. In at number 1, physicality. Now, Højlund possesses a natural physicality, and I think that physicality will impress and suit the Premier League absolutely down to the ground. His ability to drive forward with the ball, helped by the fact that he's actually a technically fantastic player as well, and that imposing physique, is going to add a new layer to United's attack, which I can't even stress this enough, it desperately needs at the moment. We need a focal point, and not just need a focal point, anyone could be a focal point. Get a lamppost to be a focal point of the team. You need someone that's got the ability to actually make something happen when it gets to him, and Højlund's that guy. He often catches opposition forwards off guard completely with how powerful his runs are. He threatens in behind, especially against the high line, which is becoming increasingly popular in the Premier League. There's still, of course, the low block teams, and even his style suits that. But any team that wants to push up to the halfway line, he is a problem in behind. I think he's going to mesh really well with the over-the-top balls that come from our midfield playmakers. And, like I said, if he needs to, he holds the ball up really well as well. Number 2, box presence. Now, coupled with the physicality, he really has a bit of a space for a nose in the area, and that is the sort of thing that you just can't teach. That's the sort of thing that attackers really have to learn on the job. They have to know where the lines are, they have to know about double movements, they have to know about when the right time just to peel off, make a little bit of space, and Højlund has got the nose for that. He's a little bit of an aerial threat. He averaged 6.52 touches in opposition penalty area per 90 last campaign. He also generated 2.75 shots per 90 and got 11 progressive passes per 90, which shows that this guy can get into the right spaces for a shot and for a goal. Number 3, confidence. Now, former manager of Strumgrass, Christian Eiser, once described Rasmus Højlund as confident and cocky after his United move. Now, Eiser was in charge of Strumgrass when Højlund played for a very short period of time in Austria. Now, he did score 12 and register 5 assists in just 21 appearances while Eiser was managing him. And he said, Højlund's always been a self-confident boy. It even comes across cocky if you don't know him. He's got flair, he's got speed, and he's above average football intelligence. Now, I think that's huge, and I think that level of confidence is something that is absolutely required if you're going to play for Manchester United. We have seen this club crush people in the past, and if they can't handle the club, they absolutely wilt away. And it's happened to some really, really big players. And United have rinsed through some forwards. The last good forward that we signed, maybe Zlatan, although he was clearly a short-term sort of appointment. Probably, and he ended up being a short-term appointment, was probably Robin van Persie. Buying a striker is such a hard thing to do, and they have to come with confidence. Now, RVP came with confidence, and I think it's fair to say Zlatan came with confidence, maybe a little bit too much, but he came with confidence. You need to have confidence if you're going to lead the line for Manchester United. Højlund has got that. So the Premier League is back, and we've teamed up with the top men's grooming company in the world, and that is Manscaped. Known for their excellence, Manscaped is now introducing the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Beards, now we're talking. Focusing more on just their ball skills, whether you are a Messi or if you're aiming to look sharp like Ronaldo. Visit Manscaped for the finest grooming products. Get the perfect trim for your face as well as your balls by getting a Manscaped Beard Hedger and Lawnmower 4.0. Visit manscaped.com, use the code Howson20. You'll get a 20% discount and free delivery. Elevate your grooming game this season as we celebrate the return of the beautiful game and beautiful beards. 20% off, free shipping. You know where to find it. Check the link in the description and sort your shit out. Number 4, transitional threat. Now, as we've already said, he's got the ability to get in behind, which is a massive one. But particularly against Arsenal. Arsenal at the moment are so forward-thinking. They absolutely flood men forward. And because they do that, United are going to be good on the counter. Now, I don't think Højlund starts. I think he probably comes off the bench and maybe gets 30 minutes against them. If the game is in the balance, he might tip it United's favour. I just hope that Arsenal aren't a couple of goals up where they've completely changed up their system and they're out of the woods and we're not going to be able to catch them. If the game is in the balance, this guy could have a say in it in a big, big way. the ability to get in behind against a tighter defence will be absolutely sensational if United have got that. He's going to make us a lot more dangerous. It's something Arsenal need to think about. And even if he doesn't feature too heavily against Arsenal, he's absolutely going to feature at other points in the season, and he will absolutely be as dangerous for us once again when he gets in that. He's got pace to burn, and outside of Rashford, we don't really have that. So this is a massive asset for Manchester United in against teams that push up to the halfway line. And then number 5, Højlund versus Saliba. Now, the physicality that Højlund possesses is perfect foil for what Saliba struggles with. And I think the physicality in terms of the raw strength, but I think the physicality when it comes to the raw pace is something that I think Saliba is going to struggle with. And he's going to really challenge him, and he's going to have the ability to disrupt what Saliba is good at. Now, I would like to see him press him and put Saliba under some real pressure as well, because I think you could take the ball off him in a really key area and go on and make something happen with that. Højlund works intensely off the ball, and I think that's something that could really disrupt Arsenal's rhythm if he came on with 30 minutes to go. They've settled into a nice bit of rhythm. Anthony Martial's had an hour or so. They've got used to the pace of the game, and then boom, have some of this. That could really tip the balance in United's favour. Now, he leads with a really energised counter press. He's absolutely different to what we've got in Anthony Martial, and it's our big money marquee signing, man. We need to see him. I want to see him. Get him out on the pitch. Let's have a look what he's all about. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's 5 things that I think you should be expecting from Rasmus Højlund's debut. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.